From Carleton, Mississippi Mills.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Like our member from Lanark, Frontenac, Lennox-and-Addington, I will not be supporting this bill because it is a bad idea. It will not help the people of Ontario, as it professes to do. It will tax them. And they are being taxed to death right now, and we've heard that many times. But we have new taxes being created, such as our cap-and-trade tax for carbon, our hydro bills, paying for green energy, wind turbines, and solar panels that produce electricity when the wind blows and the sun shines, which isn't necessarily when we need power, and we turn off our gas plants and our nuclear plants to buy highly subsidized electricity that we don't need. That's a tax. This pension plan will not provide a benefit for up to 40 years from now, but certainly people will be paying 1.9% of their paycheck to the government for the next 40 years. And so will employers, so it's a penalty for employers as well. Basically, this provides cash for a cash-starved government. We just had a budget where they defined that the deficit will increase above last year's, which increased above the years before, and our debt continues to grow and will hit $300 billion at the end of this year and grow again next year. So they're very consistent in their performance in that they spend and they tax and they impoverish the people of Ontario, and this is one more nail in the people of Ontario who are becoming impoverished by this government. It does not recognize that different people have different needs for pensions. Some people don't need a pension because they've done very well in planning their affairs and have money and investments in other forms. Some people need a little bit of pension or more pension or a whole lot of pension. It doesn't address the needs of people that vary. There should be flexibility. Our member from York Simcoe had the pooled pension idea, which this government is voting on as well, but it will be gutted and nullified by the fact that this one is compulsory and the other one is optional, and the other one is the right idea, the pooled pension plan, because it accommodates and provides the flexibility for people to have the pension that they need, not that the government defines that they must have. And there's an awful lot of things that are not in this bill, Mr. Speaker. It's basically, I think the member from Timiskaming Cochrane was talking about transparency, and when you look into this bill, you see nothing, because there's nothing there. It's a bill that says we're going to tax you, and that's definite, and the benefits will be figured out later, but they won't be for a long time. And here's something very interesting which I just noticed this morning, Mr. Speaker, which is very consistent with the party opposite practices for the last 12 years and have got us into the hole we're in today. I'd like to quote from the explanatory note. The Minister of Finance is required to prepare a cost-benefit analysis of the plan and must table the report in the Legislative Assembly before December 31st of 2015. We're going to vote on this now. These people want to pass this bill now, and then they want to do a cost-benefit analysis to see if it'll work. Well, you know, Mr. Speaker, that also is consistent with their performance and their business management skills, which consistently follow the precautionary principle. The precautionary principle means let's not let the lack of evidence or science-based data interfere with our ability to make a decision. So we'll make decisions anyways on whatever we feel like today. And that's what we're doing here. So we're going to pass a bill that is void. There's only a couple of pages here. It doesn't say much. And they'll figure that out later. And they'll even try to figure out if it pays. Well, it pays them because they need the money to pay the bills, and they've been squandering and wasting their money, our taxpayers' money, for years. So it's a travesty, Mr. Speaker. We have to vote against this. It's unfortunate that there aren't more of us here that would do the right thing on this side of the House, and the people of Ontario are going to suffer for that. I will be voting against it, and at this point in time, I'll pass it over to my colleague from Stormont, Dundas, South Glengarry.
Member from Stormont.